All right, so from St. Thomas to Birmingham in England, my guest now has made her way to being one of UK's leading women. Last time she was here, she was the Deputy Lieutenant. I remember interviewing her a number of years ago. So she's been promoted. She's now the Vice Lord Lieutenant of West Midlands, United Kingdom. Dr. Beverly Lindsay, Order of the British Empire, obviously in England, and the Order of Distinction here in Jamaica. Good morning. Great to see you once again.
Good morning, Neville.
Welcome back home. Welcome back to Smile Jamaica. You're here for the Diaspora Conference.
I am indeed, yes.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for your welcome.
The most amazing thing about all of this is that you've been away for a long time and you still sound like you're living in St. Thomas, which I love. Which I love. Great to see you.
Yes, yes, as I said, they take me out of the country, but they haven't taken the country out of me.
That's fantastic. That's
and
fantastic.
As long as you speak plainly and people can understand you, there's no need to change your accent.
Yeah. I said Order of the British Empire. What was that for? How did that
That was for business and community work.
Yeah.
You know, I do quite a bit of community work, and I've been in business. I was in business like 20-something years when I had that. I'm in business now 32 years, and I still do quite a lot of community work.
Yeah, so in a funny way, how come you don't have no accent?
There was no need. I never liked the Brummie accent, you know. I live in Birmingham. When I went there, and my sister had it, but I never liked it.
Okay.
Sounded a little bit silly. The Birmingham people might, yeah, but I never liked the Brummie accent.
Yeah,
So
you went up,
I
you did
Jamaica.
nursing. I think you did midwifery.
Yeah, I went up
also.
and finished schooling, and then I went into nursing, midwifery,
Yeah.
left, went into community work, did quite a bit of different things, and then went into business by accident. Didn't plan it.
What do you mean by accident?
Because I was working for one of the Jamaican financial institutions here, and I was made a marketing coordinator, and I was looking for an office to rent, and this place I am at now was going for sale, so I bought it. I only need the office to rent, and so I had a downstairs floor. So whilst I was in nursing, you know, I was a teenage single mother, so I had 2 children to support. So I used to do stints. I used to work in a travel agent and my days off. So I used the space downstairs to occupy space. I employed someone who had a little knowledge about travel, and that's how I started the business, really. It wasn't planned. It was just to occupy space for a few years or a few months. So I'm still there.
And 30-something years.
I'm still there, yeah. Accidental businesswoman, I call myself.
Accidental businesswoman. You've been there for a long time, and we've been hearing about what it's called, the Windrush generation. Were you affected in any way by that?
Not personally, no. I didn't even know I was a Windrush generation until quite recently. You know, but no, not personally. You know, when we, after independence, and people were required to have British passport, my mother was very forward-thinking, so we all had British passport very early, when it was free.
Yeah.
But then, and when I did community work, you know, we tried to encourage a lot of people to have their passport, you know, and get their credential. But some people decided not to, and for various reasons.
When you said not personally, does that mean that your family was affected in any way?
No members of my family. I've known, because I'm in the travel business,
Right.
so I know people who have been affected because, of course, they came back to Jamaica on vacation, not having a British passport, and not having the proper stamp in their passport, resident, and they had problems. So I've had a few of my clients that they've returned, but it took them several months before they got their papers sorted.
And the last time you were here, you were also recovering from a very sad family incident. You were okay now?
Yes, well, you're never okay. You know, my son took his life, you know, and since then, you're never okay. And, you know, you ask me, I get even busier. I chair a Jamaican organization in Birmingham for the past nearly 30 years or so. It started out of Gilbert. We started raising funds for Gilbert, and then after Gilbert, we decided to formalize it. So it's still going, and, you know, I've introduced in it, we normally do a local heroes award for Hong Kong heroes, you know, in the community. We match them against the 7 national heroes in Jamaica, and we have that in October to celebrate National Heritage Week. And so since then, I've introduced a youth section, and we have a Be Inspired Youth, We've had, several conferences to try to encourage young people. We had a mental health one quite recently, because we find our young people, either they're killing themselves or killing each other. Right. Also now a part of the NHS suicide prevention group, trying to see if we can make a difference and make a change. Getting more people to talk about it, Our community don't talk about suicide, and it's kind of a killer,
Fantastic, and again, we're really, really sorry. So what does, let me get it right, what does Vice Lord Lieutenant mean of West Midlands? What does that mean?
Well, the West Midlands, we cover a population of 2.9 million people. Lord Lieutenants were first appointed by King Henry VIII over 500 years ago, or nearly 500 years ago. And at that time, they were appointed to put on wars with their militia, in other words, keep the peace and protect the king. So it has changed somewhat since, of course. There's a Lord Lieutenant in each county of the United Kingdom. And then there is a Vice Lord Lieutenant, like a Vice President the second. And then we have several Deputy Lieutenants. Your role is to represent Her Majesty the Queen. The Lord Lieutenant and myself, we are Her Majesty the Queen representative in the county, and we have several Deputy Lieutenants who represent the Lord Lieutenant, which I was before. And we do things like when we meet and greet royalties when they enter the county. We hand out medals, British Empire medals. We attend various community functions. We work closely with the services, the Navy, the Air Force, and various things.
And you said you were here for the diaspora conference. How did that go? What came out of that?
No, it hasn't started yet.
Oh, it hasn't started yet? Oh,
today.
It is today?
That launched last night by the Prime Minister, and today it kicks off this morning.
Well, have some fun with that, and be safe while you're here. And you're now honorary doctorate.
Yes, 2017 was a shocking year for me in July 2017, because I was, given the honor of receiving 2 honorary doctorate from 2, of our main universities, Aston University, and I was recovering from spinal surgery when I got the letter first from Aston in November, and I thought, gosh, and the first thing I thought, God, I have to make a speech, and I nearly died, because I have to address this audience of hundreds of people, and I was, and then trying to get over that, and by the following year, January, I had another letter from another university. I did not even understand it, and I rang them and said, well, I'm getting one already, and they said, no, you can get 2, and I really, and then in the same year, I was promoted as Vice Lord Lieutenant, so July 2017 was amazing and shocking, and I nearly died from a heart attack thinking about all these speeches that I had to make.
Well, if you can manage, you can give me one of the doctors.
Well, of course.
It might be Dr. Neville. Good to see you.
Yes.
Fantastic to see you. Continue to do what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Have fun while you're here. When you go back?
On the 25th, yes.
And I'm sure you'll be back pretty
soon.
Oh,
yes. I haven't been for a little while because of my spinal surgery, but yes, I'm back on the road again.
I hope that will work out pretty soon.
It is working. I can dance again.
Okay, great. All right, she's the Vice Lord Lieutenant of West Midlands, United Kingdom, Dr. Beverly Lindsay, OBE, OD.
And I'm the first female Vice Lord Lieutenant in the West Midlands, and the first black woman in the UK to be a Vice Lord Lieutenant.
Absolutely amazing. All right, it's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Indicom is going to have a word with our cops. That comes up on the other side of the break. Soon come.